Where are you at with Kanye right now? Would you do a Kanye interview right now? Word on the streets is that academics interviewed him yesterday.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Okay, I didn't actually ask him, but people told me that he did.
He was supposed to interview him.
Right.
I don't know if it happened.
This definitely seems like it might be like a
Kanye,
50-50 chance, maybe at best.
Yeah, I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's...
He was tweeting about it. He was, and Act came out here to do it. So you would hope that it happened. But
I mean, hopefully it happened.
But I feel like if it happened, maybe Ack would have done a little bit of a victory lap online already. Would have posted a screenshot or something, maybe.
I don't know. It was a big interview for him. This might be his biggest interview ever.
That's a big interview for sure.
Yeah, no, I would do the interview, but I'm also not going to hold my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Kanye would actually do it. And like me and John Monopoly have been like really friends forever.
Okay.
For like way before Vlad TV. We're talking like 20 years at this point.
Mm-hmm. Been
in my home, like I've been in his home, like that type of thing. And he's never been able to hook it up properly. So, not that he hasn't tried, he has, but yeah, I would do it, but I would push down on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It would not be like, I would either push down everything or I would just say, let's just talk about your music catalog.
Right, which I feel like he would probably not really do. I feel like the more you try to guide him in the direction, because he's been like that forever. I remember in the very early days of hip hop podcasting, Juan Epstein had Kanye on, and even back then, even in 2014 or whatever year this was, they could not get him to just talk about the music. It was fucking impossible. But I mean, it seems like a very big challenge to take on, at least for me, because I don't really know if I'm ready to have the argument with Kanye about Jews are not part of an evil cabal that rules the world or whatever. I just don't. That's such a weighty conversation that I don't know that I'm well researched enough to have. I know you are a Jew, so you probably had a bit more of it over the years.
I'm actually Jewish. I've actually had family members killed by Nazis.
Right.
So we could have that conversation. I just don't think that he will actually have that conversation with someone who's Jewish. Yeah. I just don't think he will, because you can't really stand on a lot of the shit that you're talking about. It's all fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, to post up a Ku Klux Klan robe with a swastika,
over and over,
chain. I tweeted, I say Kanye West, who's the jeweler that made that ice swastika.
I know, I was wondering that.
Yeah, he didn't respond.
I would love to know who made that. The iced out swastika is a crazy level of commitment. I mean, shit, I thought it was a level of commitment when he had a Super Bowl ad, and then when you went to his online store, the only thing available was the swastika shirt. That, even of itself, is pretty unprecedented in this day and age.
Right. Shopify got shut down over that.
All right, I wonder if he found a replacement since.
I mean, I don't know whether this is like performance art for him, whether it's like, yo, I'm going to take artistry to the highest level. I'm actually going to like talk about Hitler, and I'm going to have an iced out swastika, and I'm going to have Ku Klux Klan robes, and I'm going to have a choir. I'm going to bring back Sunday service. My choir is going to be named the N-word.
Yeah. And he said new Sunday service logo, and it was the SS bolts.
Yeah, right.
So many things I never could have imagined.
Yeah, it's just all this really nasty, and it's just like, and it's funny because now there's this whole, Hitler didn't hate black people. And it's like, really? So when you see these white supremacists, they like black people?
I don't think he had a whole lot of black people to hate in Germany in the 40s.
They had black people. They had mixed race people,
right?
But what happened was that once the Nazis took over,
and they took over northern Africa at one point.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all of the mixed race people in Germany were what's that process where you can't reproduce?
Euthanized or no?
No, not euthanized.
Castrated.
Not castrated.
Well, that's why they cut the whole.
But
thing
it's some sort of process.
Oh shit! Actually, they ultimately failed at conquering northern Africa, but they tried.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically, the Nazi Party made all the mixed people, the black and white mixed people in Germany, unable to reproduce.
Okay.
Because they were not
sterilized.
Sterilized. There we go. So all these people were sterilized, so they could reproduce, and some of them even ended up being Nazi soldiers. So you got these sterilized, mixed and black people who are Nazi soldiers, but they can't reproduce because there's the master race thing going on, and these are ultimately people that are messing up this concept of a German master race. So, yeah, it's you're embracing a culture that really just hates you. Maybe that's part of his performance art, but like, he's calling Drake the F word.
Yeah.
Oh, and you see the shit with the Kim Kardashian shit. She said that the Kardashians are sex trafficking my black children.
Yep. Just like all the craziest shit you could ever imagine him saying.
I'm surprised that at some point, Kim doesn't just sue him.
You could definitely imagine that kind of coming down.
And think about how big of a lawsuit that could be.
Think about how many people are suing him right now, and already. But
yeah, but
it's got to be really draining.
would hit a little different.